glasses. Ow. Hi. Hello, I'm Sophie Von. Welcome back to my channel. Whichever. Today, I'm going to be participating, I guess, in this tag made by GIO'S, link in the description, entitled My Writing Obsessions. So, essentially, just things that I see in my writing a lot. More specifically, I'm gonna read what he had in his video description. Think about the things that are in your books that are constantly recurring throughout all your books. Think about the little quirky things that make your books unique to you and the things that you want in all your books, and record a video about it. These can be themes, certain types of characters, certain types of plots, different events, physical traits, genres, anything really works. Can't wait to see you all do this challenge. So, that's me. So, I have 8 here, mostly characters, and then a little bit on the actual writing. First and foremost, if you've been on this channel a few times, you might know this, but multiple main characters. All but one of my projects has multiple main characters, and the one that doesn't, it just has the one, is Project Quest, though that doesn't mean I'm not going to write spin-offs with different characters. I'm already thinking about them. Like if they're a group of friends, or if they're like siblings, or enemies, or something, or, you know, if they're going to be friends, or going to be enemies. They're not going to be siblings, but you know what I mean. They are going to be main characters, because I just like seeing a story from multiple perspectives. Like, it's just so much fun. And personally, this is a completely personal thing, I just feel like I'm being picky if I choose one to be the main character. Like, I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, you're the most important. And all the other ones, all the other characters are like, so I just pick all of them. Next is A and E names. These fuel my creative juices right there. A's, E's. Are you ready for this? Audi, one of the main characters in Project What? Elliot, one of the main characters in Project What? Elijah and Anastasia are from my sci-fi, Project Star. Astrid is from Project Glass. Agnes is from Project Quest. Eugene from Project What? Augie is from that superhero superhero story that I was talking about a little bit. Emmett and Ava are both from Project Glass. The list goes on, but those are the ones that like came up when I was writing this script, and I just like boom, 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 boom. A's and E's, man, I don't know. They're just very good. Also, S names, not to be biased or anything, I typically hate the letter S. S in cursive is nasty. I just lean more towards it than other letters, but not as much as A and E. Like, in Project Quest alone, I have 2 names that start with S, Sabella and Selena, but those are the only 2 I put on here. Oh, Sadie. I love the name Sadie so much. Sadie's in my superhero story. Number 4 are POC characters, main characters. Characters in general, I guess I should say. And with that, dark-haired characters. Like, I don't think I have a single blonde-headed character, main character. I have characters that have blonde hair. I don't think any of my main characters have light hair. Well, I mean Elliot, kind of. I did have a blonde-headed main character in a project that I dropped, if that counts. I guess just as a person of color myself, I want to see more of that representation, and you know that it's not really there, so I was like, oh, just make it myself, you know? So I tend to lean more towards darker skinned characters, and with that just comes darker hair, genetically, you know? That comes up a lot in my stories, because that's just how I visualize the characters, and yeah. It's not like I force characters to, like, not be white or something. Well, okay. On the light-haired thing, Project Glass, they do have white hair. They are, you know, not white, like, canonically, they are African-American and Indian mixed. But their hair is white because of the disease that is in that town that they're in. I don't think that counts, though. Oh, this is one I just thought up. I always make at the start of the book, the characters not know each other at all. Like, the only time that the characters know each other is, like, when they're siblings. Or when they're, like, side characters to the main character. Obviously, siblings have to know each other. But, like, in Project What, they all meet in the first chapter, and then they become friends through the first act, and they're kind of, like, stuck together for the rest of the book. Project Quest, the main character and, like, the secondary character are literally only friends because my main character needs a ride. Project Star, they meet for the first time at this shipping dock on the ship. Their, like, space station ship thing. They never know each other. That's always a part of their relationship arc, is not knowing each other, and becoming friends. But on that note, I love male-female friendship dynamics. So, like, with the multiple main character things, obviously they have to know each other, and a lot of the times it switches off. There's, like, I always have at least one female and one male. It makes, I guess it makes sense, but, like, the only time it's two females is in Project Glass because they're sisters, but all the other times there's at least one male, one female, and all but one time they are friends. That's it. That's as far as it goes. The only time that they're gonna grow into something more is in Project Star, over the 3 books that project goes over. And I don't really know why. It's probably just because I like writing friendships more. They're just so much fun, and because I actually have experience with friendships, and I just love the banter that comes with just, like, budding friends that are just like, you're a loser, and it's like, but you hang out with me. I don't know. Oh, and another thing for these male-female character dynamics. The girl is always a quiet, reserved, guarded type. Like, you know, keeps their emotions in, is very chill on the outside, but, you know, like, inner turmoil or whatever. While the boy is a lot more social and fun and, like, breaks the girl out of that shell. I don't know why. Maybe, like, I did a little mental twist on, like, the opposite of that, where the boy is usually, like, brooding and, like, don't talk to me, like, I'm a bad boy, and then the girl, like, the love interest, like, breaks them out of that. I don't know. I just can't get away from it, apparently, and I'm not too mad about it. I do like the dynamic. But that is all for characters. That is it. We're done. We're moving on to the actual writing, the words part. My biggest obsession with writing is satirical, way too dramatic writing. Hyperboles all over the place. Not sarcasm. Yeah, it's just, like, being too dramatic. Like, his teeth were so white that she thought she was looking at the sun or something. That's a really bad example, but, like, that's the idea. For a different example of this sort of thing that I like, in Project What, I say, after a moment of silent thinking between them, Elliot asked, "Did anyone bring food?" Both girls shook their heads, the 3 of them falling into a silence full of regret, save for the grumble of a stomach or two. It's just, like, full of regret. Like, that's, like, come on. You miss breakfast. But, like, you know, as a group of teenagers, what is a bigger loss than missing a good meal? You know, I just like to laugh at my own writing sometimes, okay? Like, when I revised Project Quest, I was, like, audibly laughing, because in that story, for the first few chapters, I kind of, like, make fun of my main character a lot, because he's a snooty rich kid that doesn't really want to deal with his new job as a mail dude. What's that called? Mail delivery guy. And it's just fun. Like, I would read through it and I'm like, yep, that's him. Just making fun of him. Like, complaining about the heat, or, like, embarrassing himself in the rich neighborhoods because he knows those people or something. And I think this satirical, strange, dramatic writing would be my defining part that readers would identify me as with. Yes, that's not to say that this is, like, the most unique, special writing style to, like, ever come out of literature. I'm just saying that I don't think a lot of people write that way. I've read a few that are quite like that. I don't know, maybe people will identify it with me since I span over so many different genres. And if you ever do read my work, like in beta reading, or if I ever publish, then you might get what I'm saying here, but it's like really hard to explain. And the last one, number 8, or I guess 8, is world building. I love world building, and I could probably never write a contemporary because I can never think of an interesting plot in our world. It just seems so boring given like the fantasy worlds you can set up, or the like dystopians that you can put your characters in. Like, I don't know how to write a good story unless my main character is fighting a wizard, or dismantling a violent organization, or fighting off a disease. I'll let you guess which ones I'm talking about. But, you know, I do love world building, so it's not like it's like some pain that I have to go through in order to write. I love it. I love coming up with fake histories and customs and all of it. Just, it's great. It's great. But those are all of them. Didn't think of too many, but those are the things that I feel like define me and my writing at the moment. This will be fun to look back in the future and see if I ever change from my A and E names and my satirical writing, or my multiple main characters, or anything. I don't know, because that's just how I'm writing right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Gio, for starting this tag, and if you want to do the tag. It's fun. Watch his video once this is over, link in the description, and yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, thanks for being here. I hope to see you in the next one. This is a lot of hand movement. Whatever. Peace out.